All right, we're going to get started. Let some people file in, but we're going to get started with this WWE Universe Mode idea. We're going to create, of course, I got my normal Universe Mode that I do here, but we're also going to create our own somewhere down the line. Eventually, we're going to get WWE 2K22, as long as it's a good, of course. we got to wait and see if that one's going to be any good. Before we start on there, do we start it on here? We'll do a full-blown universe mode with at some point, but for now, for this stream, we're gonna start a brand new idea, one I've never done before, but I've always thought about, which is taking just one wrestler and taking them through universe mode. So we'll control just one character and just see where all we can go with it. So we'll start here. Look at this. And we don't know who we're going to control yet. That's going to be kind of up to you guys. We'll give it some time here and allow some more people to jump on in, but I want to hear from all of you. We'll get your ideas, not only who we're going to control through this, but what era we're going to do. We can do, because I have a fair share of created characters, so we can do WCW, we can do ECW, we can do early 80s, 90s WWF, we can do Attitude Era. We can go up and down the line of who all we're going to fool around with. So, yeah. I don't know, I'm probably not going to do any created arenas, because that's a big issue with WWE 2K20 is created arenas often kind of crash the game a lot, so we'll kind of stick to the arenas that are in the game. Same thing, created championships seem to not be too good for this game, but created wrestlers don't seem to be much of an issue, so we'll stick with the in-game roster and created roster, but the in-game arenas and championships, just for the sake of, we would hate for the game to stream or crash in the middle of a stream. So, as we're gonna take a look here, so we got the basics. We can, if we want to do WCW, of course we have Nitro. We can do the high school gym for ECW. We can even Riley Flash's Academy. That'd be pretty cool. And then we've got, some old school arenas. So let's see. So we've got a few minutes to see if anyone wants to jump in here. We can also add to rosters here, and we can start off in NXT. We can start in 205 Live. We're pretty much open to anything here. At this point, we're starting from scratch, so, we got our roster, and we got some createds that we've downloaded from other people. So let's take a look at who all we have here. We got Adam Cole, AJ Lee, AJ Styles, Tozawa, Aleister Black, Ali. So this will be the full list here. Baron Corbin, Batista. We can do Batista and put him in the early 90s WWF. Got all the different women here. Big Boss Man, Big E, Big Show, Bo Dallas, Bobby Fish, Bobby Lashley, the Boogeyman, Booker T. How about a new Harlem Heat, Booker T and Big E? Huh? Braun Strowman, Bray, the Hitman. What about Brian Kendrick? Roll with him. Brian Pillman. The Barber, got Bubba Ray Dudley, Buddy Murphy, Cactus Jack Bang Bang, Cameron, Candice LeRae, Carmella, Cedric Alexander, Cesaro, Chad Gable, Charlotte, Chris Jericho, Christian, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the most professional wrestler, Kurt Hawkins, Curtis Axel, Devon Dudley, Dakota Kai, Damian Sandow, Dan Severn. What about the Beast? What would the Beast be like in ECW? Putting the Beast in early 90s WWF. Or we can just go up and down. We could just do random. Put David Arquette, try to give him another world title run. We can just do random. Going, just hold down the button and just find a random guy. Drew McIntyre, Dustin, EC3. I mean, the choices are endless here. The Fiend. What about the Fiend? With his 100 overall. Put the Fiend in some interesting scenarios. Maybe the Fiend and Papa Shango, if we put him in the early WWF, all right? Gigi Dolan. What about Goldberg? We'll put Goldberg in some different scenarios as well. Goldust, Grand Metalik, Kali, Hana Kimura, Harper, Hazuki, Heath Slater, Hollywood Hogan, brother. What about Hogan? If he brought, he had his small Hollywood Hogan time in the WWE in the 2000s, but maybe he becomes Hollywood Hogan in the 90s. All right, so let's go ahead, since we haven't had anyone jump in yet. Let's just go ahead and pick our superstar. So we're just gonna do random. So we're going through, and we're gonna stop in 2, 1. Mike Tyson. Hey. That's interesting. So what do we take Mike Tyson? So we'll control Mike Tyson. Man, that's the random choice there. So Mike Tyson, and where do we put him? Should we put him in the current era? Should we put him? I mean, if we put him in the current era, certainly Mike Tyson. He's not starting off in NXT, right? Do we put Tyson in WCW? We can do ECW. Or we can just put him in the current era. We can go with that, and then if we want to change things up, so let's go ahead and let's boost 205 Live a little bit because they only got 13. This the NXT crew. 28 would be enough for them, but let's get some more 205 Live folks in there. So there's not a way to just see who's in already, is there? Okay. Well. So let's see. Who are we going to add? We're going to add to 205 Live. Oh, I see where it says added. Okay, well, that makes sense. Let's see. Oh, he's in NXT. I'd say Bobby Fish, but he's in NXT. Brian Kendrick's already there. Certainly not Brock Lesnar. Let's throw Buddy Murphy back, and he had a big run in 205 Live. Chad Gable had some pretty good 205 Live matches. I'm going to put Cedric in there. We probably won't do anything with 205 Live, but just so they have a bigger crew to work with. I'm going to throw Cole Quinn in there. Why not? Daniel Bryan, Dash Wilder, Doink. Dragon Lee, of course. EC3. About El Mago Jr. Toss him into 205 Live. Fandango. He's a cruiserweight, right? Put him in. Grand Metalig's already there. Umberto. Justin Gabriel. Toss him in. Kalisto. Kota Ibushi, yeah. 205 Live. He had his run in the Cruiserweight Classic. But we're going to give him his 205 Live run. Mark Andrews, of course. Neville. The king of the cruiserweights. Oni Lorcan also had his 205 live run. What about Penta? Is he weigh enough to be a cruiserweight? I know he's a luchador, but I don't know. He might be a little too. He might be past the 205 live weight limit. We'll throw Rey Fenix in there though. Rey Mysterio, why not? On the 205 live. Ooh, Ricochet and Rob Van Dam too. Roderick Strong. That'd be a hell of a roster. Who else we got? Ciampa, he was in the Cruiserweight Classic. Can always fool around with him. We'll leave that for right now. What about Tyler Bate? Put him in. Okay, that'll be solid for right now. So that just kind of boosts them up. And they got more than NXT now. So, all right. So we got that. And then now we got to decide, where are we going to put Mike Tyson? Do we put him on Raw? Do we put him on SmackDown? Where do we want to go? For those of you that are joining us, jump on in the chat. We did the random pick earlier, unless you got a different idea, and we landed on Mike Tyson. So we're going to take Mike Tyson through a Universe career mode, basically like a My Career, but doing it through Universe. So, hey LeBron James, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining us. So we settled on, you'll be able to see on the on-demand, but we did, as I said, we did a random choosing. We landed on Mike Tyson, so an interesting pick, and we're going to take Mike Tyson through Universe Mode, just controlling one guy. So what do you think, man? Should we stick with the current day roster, which is what I was planning on doing? Should we make like a WCW and ECW? Should we make a 90s WWF and put Mike Tyson through there? Or do you want to see Mike Tyson starting from current day roster? I don't think Tyson would start on NXT, so we're thinking either Raw or SmackDown. And yeah, about the same, man. Just streaming some, first time on this channel streaming WWE 2K20. And we're going to take Mike Tyson on through his wrestling career. He had a little bit of a run, of course, back in the heyday, but now we're gonna give him a full-blown career and see what the baddest man on the planet can do. Current roster, okay. So let's see, Raw or Smack. Well, we'll do a random pick. Who's gonna sign Mike Tyson? So we'll stop in 3, 2, 1. We're going to Monday Night Raw. So we'll add him in here. This is just one of the I haven't even played with him, so I don't know what moveset or anything. It was just a created one that I saw, and I grabbed him. So there we go. So he's coming to the Raw roster. Take a look at our champions: Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Gallows and Anderson, Becky Lynch, in the Tag Team Championships. We got an extra slot here. Let's throw an extra championship in here. Why not? Let's see. Do the Hardcore Championship. Cruiserweights for 205 Live, so we don't need that. We got the Intercontinental. Let's do the Hardcore. Twitch name, you're on it right now. Just tburk27, and you can hit follow on Twitch. We're on Twitter at the same name, tburk27 on Twitter, where you can interact with me a lot more on there, and I'll be able to respond to comments and talk back and forth with you. And then I just started up the YouTube page for some video on demand, because I know they get deleted off of Twitch after I think 14 days or so, sending the archives on over to YouTube. But yeah, just tburk27, and you can click away and follow. So we'll do the Hardcore Championship. Now, who's going to be the first Hardcore Champion? I don't even know who's on the Raw. Who's on the Raw roster here? Let's go see who's on the roster first. All right, man. Well, we'll see you back. See you in a little bit. Go get that phone. Participants. So... well, Braun Strowman. We'll make him the Hardcore Champion. So, edit championships. Do the Hardcore. And we'll put it on Braun Strowman. That would be interesting. Braun Strowman and Tyson going toe-to-toe. So, here we go. So, that's... good. We'll save it. I think we have to set up match tables too. Isn't that one of the things you have to do on Universe? So division. We'll start from the ground up, and then we'll kind of just go from there. Right now, Tyson's other. So match table, yeah, we got to edit match table. Favorite WWE wrestler these days, or of all time? Man, it's so hard because I love just watching. So I don't have any one person in particular. Goodness, these days in WWE, I mean, it's pretty much... say, a lot of the guys I always like, they've turned into bad guys now, so it's kind of, hard to cheer for them. But, Roman was always awesome. AJ Styles, of course. Riddle's been he's been pretty fun. Every time Riddle comes out, you definitely have a good time with him. John Cena is back now, of course. So yeah, Cesaro, of course, is always awesome. What about you, LeBron? Who you got as your favorite? The Prince, Finn Balor, right? He just made his return to SmackDown recently, so that'd be pretty cool. As he made his NXT run, and now he's back with us on SmackDown. So let's go ahead. This match table, this thing always somewhat confusing, but we'll see if we can't figure this out. So, okay, so one-on-one unlimited, because we want some cool match types to be thrown in on Raw to put Tyson through. So I got 4 ways, triple threat. Brock Lesnar, that would be pretty cool if Brock, you have to wonder how he feels about Paul Heyman leading the way with Roman Reigns, right? How does he feel about that situation while Brock's sitting at home and Roman went and found, or Paul, I should say, went and found somebody else to manage. So one day when Brock comes back, that'll be really, really interesting. So Extreme Rules. Do unlimited, right? We'll have to have let's limit it to 2. We'll keep it at 1% because that's kind of a rare match type. Ladder. Main event. Oh, that's awesome. Well, the dream might come true. We'll see. I mean, you might see Brock pop up in this universe here, so we'll wait and see. So does championship mean, does that mean it'll only go for a championship, or does that mean that it can be a championship? They're not really clear with how these match tables work. I wish they would just, you know, just book the thing like normal. Yeah, go ahead, man. What's your question? Alright, so we got Hell in a Cell, we got Cage. They won't let you put a limit anymore. Okay, well, whatever. Unlimited, so they might book more than one. It'll be like Lockdown then. So we got the Cage, Hell in a Cell, Iron Man, Last Man Standing. We already got Extreme Rules, so we don't need No Holds Barred. What about Submission Match for Mike Tyson, huh? Tap someone out, make someone quit. Who should fight? Oh man, get Brock Lesnar. Take Brock Lesnar and put him up against Roman. Lesnar and Roman. That the winner gets Paul Heyman. You know, is that a prize or is that I don't know. It's not a prize, but the winner getting Heyman. So yeah, let me know how that goes. That Roman Brock Lesnar match. Oh, that's all you can do? Okay. Well, I think I did this match table thing right. I never know how this thing works, but, rivalry, Backstage Brawl, man, right? Come on. Ladder, Hell in a Cell, Cage. Yeah, okay. So we'll roll with that. New Roman, okay. I know we got New Roman these days. He's pretty intense. So let's see. We're gonna go into the first show, and we'll see if we're even booked to begin show number 1. So we're just going with the default here. We're on the road to Money in the Bank. Then we got NXT 2 UK Takeover. We probably need to make a June pay-per-view, but we can make that down the line. Then we're on the way to SummerSlam, Super Showdown, WrestleMania. Okay. Championship match. Okay. Well, best of luck to either Roman or Brock Lesnar, whoever wins that match. And you would have to assume Paul Heyman's going to be going with whoever takes that win. So let me do some housekeeping real quick on Twitch just to make sure we're all set, and then we'll jump into this thing. Okay. All right, let's get rolling. Let's see if we're even booked on the first show. Baron Corbin and John Cena. Sasha and Alicia Fox. Lacey Evans and Ronda Rousey. Drew McIntyre, Bray Wyatt. Dash Wilder, Scott Dawson against the Usos. Becky Lynch, Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe. Man, we are not even booked on the first card, so we'll have to see. We'll keep pushing through, and then if we don't get booked, we might just have to book ourselves here. So let's jump into it. We're taking Mike Tyson, random pick, and we are putting him through the current WWE roster. And we're going to see through Universe Mode how he does. So on the first show, we didn't get booked. Maybe we got signed, but who's in charge on this era? Well, it's Adam Pearce. We put him in charge again, but he has not put Mike Tyson on this opening card, so maybe he's signed, or maybe Tyson doesn't want to go all the way to France. I don't know, but we're gonna simulate through. Oh, randomized winner. And John Cena defeats Baron Corbin, of course. Alicia Fox picking up somewhat of an upset win against Sasha Banks. Ronda Rousey defeating Lacey Evans. Drew McIntyre taking down Bray Wyatt. Well, now they're not even showing us the results anymore. Looks like FTR defeated the Usos. Yeah, I did know that. That's pretty cool, right? They got that in there. And it mimics just like the one he did, normally would, where he kind of jumps up and hangs in the air a little bit and then hits that shooting star press. So Becky Lynch and Natalya. Got a little feud going. Braun Strowman, our hardcore champion, defeating Samoa Joe, the Universal Champion Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar. Maybe we should have come out for this one. And the main event is going to be the Iconics against Peyton Royce, or against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. And the winner is going to be Alexa and Nikki Cross. So, alright, so that was the first episode of Raw that we were not on. And we're not going to worry, of course, about the other shows, because we're not on them. But it'll be fun to pop in every so often and just see what they're up to. Let's see, we got Balor and Bayley against Royce and Ali. So Peyton pulling double duty. Is she the tag team champions? Apollo Crews coming for a call-out. Shelton Benjamin against Jinder Mahal. Alexa and Nikki against Kairi Sane and Asuka. Andrade and R-Truth. Kane and Aleister Black. Daniel Bryan and Rowan against The Bar. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. And your main event, Otis and Tucker against Big E and Xavier Woods. The New Day. So, simulating and about who you'd expect. Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, Aleister, Andrade, Alexa, Shelton. Nakamura came out to confront Apollo Crews. Balor and Bayley won. Oh, we'll move across to NXT. The Street Profits defeating the Undisputed Era. Jackson Riker taking down Roderick Strong. Bliss and Cross again. They got to be the women's tag team champions. They're on every show. Baszler and Mia Yim picking up the win. Tommaso Ciampa defeating Johnny Gargano in a DIY reunion. And the Velveteen Dream taking down Tyler Breeze. Or that was just a promo, so that wasn't even a match. But Velveteen Dream with the win over Tyler Breeze on that. And now to 205 Live before we come back around to Monday Night Raw and see if we're booked. Brian Kendrick takes down Akira Tozawa. Drew Gulak and Tony Nese defeating Kalisto and Lince Dorado, the Lucha House Party. Rey Fenix defeating Cedric Alexander. And in a fatal four-way match, Humberto Carrillo with the victory over Roderick Strong, Buddy Murphy, and Gentleman Jack Gallagher. All right. Let's see. Did we get booked for the next week here on Monday Night Raw? Becky and Sasha, Eric and Ivar against the Revival. Nia Jax, Natalya and Naomi, Drew McIntyre and Bray. Bliss and Cross against the Iconics. Lacey Evans and Ronda Rousey. Braun and Baron. Brock and Cena in a ladder match. And Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins. So once again, not booked. But that's alright. We're going to get on the show eventually. Got Becky Lynch over Sasha. Eric and Ivar taking down the Revival. Natalya, winner in the triple threat match. Bray. Cross and Alexa defeating Peyton and Billy. Lacey Evans. Bit of an upset win there over Ronda Rousey, you'd have to imagine. Baron Corbin taking down the hardcore champion Braun Strowman. Will that get him a title shot? Cena winning the ladder match over Lesnar. And the Universal Champion Seth Rollins picking up the win over Samoa Joe. So we'll go ahead and just scoot past these next shows because we're just worried about us. And we're going to get right on to May, week number 3. See if we got booked yet. Did Adam Pearce book us? Let's see. Strowman and Corbin. Breezango against the Usos in a ladder match. Another ladder match. Hawkins and Ryder against Dash and Dawson. Alexa and Cross against Peyton and Billy. Gallows and Anderson against Akam and Razor. Becky Lynch. There's Brock Lesnar going up against Bray Wyatt. Samoa Joe and John Cena and Seth Rollins against The Big Show. So not booked again. After the pay-per-view, we're going to go ahead and book ourselves because that's another show where we didn't get booked, and you know Tyson's ready to get on out there. You take a look at everything that happened here. So maybe we should do a call-out. That's how we got to start. We got to do a call-out with Mike Tyson. So let's head into the pay-per-view. These rivalries. Who knows? Maybe we can make our debut on the pay-per-view. Let's do that. Let's see if we can't make our debut here. United States Championship, Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles. What a match to kick off the pay-per-view. Buddy Murphy and Randy Orton. The women's Money in the Bank ladder match, Charlotte Flair, Lana Maurice, Zelina Vega, Liv Morgan, Mickie James, Billie Kay, and Ember Moon. Jinder Mahal and Shelton Benjamin going one-on-one. Apollo Crews putting the Intercontinental Championship on the line against Shinsuke Nakamura. Carmella and Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Natalya and Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. Cruiserweight Championship on the line. It's Roderick Strong going up against Drew Gulak. SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The New Day against Daniel Bryan and Rowan. Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins fighting for the Universal Championship. Kofi and Roman for the WWE Championship. I'm going to guess that Brock Lesnar won that one. Definitely Brock had to have won. And the main event, what a card here. That's a 12-match card. Strowman, Corbin, Ricochet, Cesaro, McIntyre, Cena, Anderson, and Jimmy Uso. Yep, I knew it. Good old Brock. Guy's unbeatable. Alright. Do a little more housekeeping real quick here on Twitch. Just trying to figure out. Seth Rollins, that didn't surprise me. It was the ultimate opportunist, right? Old Seth Rollins. Logging into Twitch here on the computer. You always got to put in the 6-digit code every time. Here we are. So for everyone that's joining us, I just pulled up the users. We got Communes, we got Dressages, and we got LeBron James is King. So all of you, thank you for joining in. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a follow. We're controlling Mike Tyson here through our WWE Universe, and we are going to make our debut. And you know what? Because we're the baddest man on the planet, we're going to do it right before the main event. So self-promotion. And this was all completely random pick. You'll be able to see the video on demand on... I appreciate that, LeBron James. Thank you so much. And not just wrestling. If you're a fan of football, we got football, baseball, hockey. We do it all on this channel. All sports gaming here. But you'll see the video on demand on YouTube. And random pick. We landed on Mike Tyson. And we're going to make our debut here at Money in the Bank. So here we go. Here he is. So we'll see now if we can get booked on Monday Night Raw. Money in the Bank. Look at all the fans there. Sold out arena. Hartford, Connecticut, up north. The home of WrestleMania 11. Alright. AJ Styles. I don't know if champion... Which one the champion is in this game, but normally it's the one on the left. I think AJ was the U.S. champion, so he would retain there. Randy Orton and Buddy Murphy. And Buddy Murphy defeats Randy Orton. Women's Money in the Bank. It's going to be won by Ember Moon. In the rivalry match, it's going to be Jinder Mahal picking up the win over Shelton Benjamin. And, oh, that's why. Apollo Crews, either, I believe, winning or retaining the Intercontinental Championship. Bayley taking down Carmella. So, yeah, there's no way of knowing who the champion actually is because it doesn't tell you. Unless it's just the way they are on the screen. If we're going by the person on the right being the champion, then it would be Becky. So, we'll sim forward, and Becky's going to retain. Cruiserweight Championship on the line. Drew Gulak taking down Roderick Strong. SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The New Day retain over Rowan and Daniel Bryan. Universal Championship. Let's see if Brock's going to win, just like he did in LeBron's playthrough. And it's going to be Seth Rollins. So Brock does not win. Rollins will retain the Universal Championship, and that's going to be Mike Tyson's ultimate goal. WWE Championship on the line, and Kofi takes down Roman Reigns. So all the champions pretty much retaining down the line, and now we're going to make our debut. Here we go. Cameron Games, what's going on, man? Welcome. Thanks for joining. We're taking Mike Tyson. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for following. Thank you for joining. Thanks for following. We're taking Mike Tyson through Universe Mode here as a career. I've never done this before, just picking one person and leading them through a career in Universe Mode. We're going to do a full-blown Universe Mode at some point. But for now, we're just going to control one person and take him through. So there he comes. There's the man. He's a little too happy. He's a little too happy, right? Tyson's usually not this happy. Tyson's a mean guy. Do we need a manager? Or is Mike going to talk for himself? Maybe at some point down the line we'll get a manager. But let's see. Let's get the mic. Let's go. I don't get caught up in petty feuds until now. There's one thing about me that WWE Universe knows. I don't get caught up in petty feuds. That is until now. There are boys in the locker room who have been running their mouths. And it's time for those mouths to close once and for all. I've even made the heel Roman Reigns attire. Yeah, that's awesome. He dropped the bulletproof vest and just going with the long black. Let's see. How about that from Tyson? Out there swearing and everything. He's over it. He's done with it. Tyson's here in WWE. No one in this company can stop me. Is anyone going to come out and confront Tyson? Arrive, wreck everyone, and leave. That's right. I've earned the right to a main event match. There you go. Looking at the present, future. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, I want when Tyson gets in the Royal Rumble. Do you think he's going to be able to survive? So let's see. So now we're making our name Management can't intimidate me since we hadn't been booked yet, right? That's a perfect one to say. Since they hadn't bothered to book us just yet. Okay. So there you go. The debut of Mike Tyson, and we'll see now if we actually get booked on the next show. Okay, let's see. Who's going to win Money in the Bank? It's going to be John Cena. So John Cena, your Money in the Bank winner. He's going to be coming for Seth Rollins. Okay, that was Money in the Bank. We got signed. Yeah, it is an awesome attire, isn't it? It is pretty awesome. And that's why he's been the champ for so long. All right, let's see. Did Mike Tyson get on the show? If he didn't, we're going to have to cause some havoc. But first, they don't have a pay-per-view. They have a takeover. We're not worried about takeover. So we're going to switch this pay-per-view. We're going to edit this pay-per-view. Oh, we can leave that for NXT. We'll put a new one here. Add a pay-per-view. 10 matches, that's fine. Match table. Default. Oh, we gotta go through this and do this for every show. Okay. Host shows. Raw, SmackDown. And yeah, pay-per-view, show details. All right. So which paper? We got which should come after Money in the Bank? Do we do Backlash, Clash of the Champions, Hell in a Cell, Night of Champions? What about Halloween Havoc? Can we do that in the middle of the calendar year? Main event, WrestleMania. Let's do Backlash. Why not? We'll do Backlash. That's awesome. That's more than real life Roman, right? Real life Roman's been just kind of wanting to avoid everyone these days. As long as they, as long as, you know, they recognize him as head of the table, that's all he cares about. Okay, that'll work. So maybe Mike Tyson will make his pay-per-view debut in ring. Of course, we know. Made his pay-per-view debut at Royal Rumble 98. But there's Backlash. Okay, so that'll work. Going in today's show. Are we booked? Anywhere? There we are. There's our debut. It's a Hell in a Cell. So they're booking us Hell in a Cell. I think we're an MMA fighter against Grand Metalik in our debut on Monday Night Raw. And we have a championship main event match. John Cena. I don't know if he's cashing in Money in the Bank or did he just get a championship match with the Universal title. Will be on the line. It looks like it's a cash-in because it's right after Rollins. It's going against Baron Corbin. My goodness. All right. Well, let's get into it. So, booking like crazy here. There goes the pyro. And Mike Tyson will walk out onto the stage at Monday Night Raw as an active competitor for the very first time. Alright. We're going to blow through these matches because we're just worried about Tyson. Cross and Bliss take down the Iconics. They've been in quite a rivalry for a while now. Those four. Natalya taking down Banks. The Extreme Rules match between the Good Brothers and Hawkins and Ryder. Hawkins and Ryder win. Bobby Lashley and Robert Roode. And Robert Roode gets the win. And now, for our debut, putting us in the Hell in a Cell, for whatever reason, we're going one-on-one with Gran Metalik. We're going to turn entrances off because I don't know how the copyright strikes go with videos. I've heard people getting their videos taken down because of the Titantron, so we're just going to avoid that. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Adam Cole, Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins. Man, I hate to say it, Roman probably tear through them. Those guys are awesome, of course, but man, Roman tear through some of those guys. So here we go, Hell in a Cell. For everyone joining in, welcome. Welcome in. Can I pull up the viewer list and shout out who all might be here? We'll do that as we get into this first match. You're not missing much. It's Mike Tyson's debut. The Hell in a Cell against Gran Metalik. And so far, Tyson just taking it to Metalik. One-sided so far. And Tyson's going to send the Luchador up and over to the outside of the ring. The baddest man on the planet. Making his in-ring debut, just signed. Made his debut at Money in the Bank. Called out the entire roster. And who are we saying is in charge? We're going to put Vince in charge. We'll put Adam Pearce in charge. There's the first damage done to Mike Tyson as Gran Metalik. And now Tyson doesn't know where he is as he can't get turned around. Oh, from behind, Metalik with the super kick, taking Tyson off of his feet. And now Tyson counters, big right hand, now heads back into the ring. And I have no idea what Tyson's moveset is, so we're learning all this together. It was a created wrestler that I just nabbed online. Metalik able to avoid that. He's going to take Tyson, whips him into the ropes. Tyson with a big right hand, staggering Gran Metalik. Side Russian leg sweep. Tyson sends the Luchador into the ropes. This is probably one of the quickest competitors Tyson will have ever wrestled in his career. Because he's used to, boxers just staying on their feet. Metalik's going to be flying everywhere. Submission here. Boston Crab locked in. Oh man, Tyson almost had him. He almost tapped him out. That was actually a sharpshooter. I thought it was a Boston Crab initially, but it was a sharpshooter. Tyson drops him. Definitely got to get that version of Seth Rollins for sure, man. Get all those crazy jackets, all those colorful jackets he's been wearing these days. Tyson was going to the top but thought better of it. Suplex to Gran Metalik. So who do we want to put? Do we want to just say Vince is in charge? Maybe Vince can be in charge of Monday Night Raw. Tyson with the boot. Scoop slam. Got Metalik now. And the knockout punch taking down Gran Metalik. The cover. Is Tyson going to win his debut match? And he does, and as Gran Metalik kicks out, the Hell in a Cell will continue. It's been pretty one-sided here. Now, that's not going to make Tyson happy. He's going to send Metalik to the outside of the ring here. Tyson wants to rough him up. What did Gran Metalik do to have to get put into this battle, huh? Tyson just throwing Metalik down. Look at Tyson. It's like a street fight. at this stage of the game. Just punching. That's what you're going to get from Tyson. A lot of punches, a lot of kicks, knocking him around. Into the cage. Now just taking him down. Throwing him straight into the mat. Oh, what a reversal by Metalik. Super kick. Tyson staggered, stays on his feet. Another super kick. Tyson gets knocked back into the fencing. And Tyson, though, with the reversal, sending Metalik to that. Yeah, that broke the cage all right. One blow. And now Tyson is outside. He's right by the fans. This is going to get dangerous. How about this for the debut? Tyson's going to go up top. Monday Night Raw, Hell in a Cell. Tyson's career's not going to come to an end on the first night, is it? He is going to go all the way to the top of the cell. Can't see anything. There we go. Tyson's angry. He didn't get booked for an entire month when he got signed. He's letting McMahon know, like, hey, I'm here. Back body drop onto the cell. Metalik and Mike Tyson. Did you ever think you would see this? Tuning into a stream here. You'd see these two guys going at it, ever. Metalik throwing Tyson. Tyson, though, man, Metalik's trying to end. They must have some bad blood from somewhere. Somewhere in the past. Man. About that counter. And Tyson. Suplex. It is bending. That cell is bending. Someone's going down. Tyson with another big shot. Staggering Metalik. And another one. Two big blows taking the luchador off of his feet. DDT. On the top of the cell. Tyson, his first night on Monday Night Raw, wants to end a career. He said, Vince, you put me in a Hell in a Cell? Watch this. Repeated suplex after suplex up on top of the cage. Russian leg sweep, and Metalik goes straight down to the canvas. Dropping about 30 feet from the top of the arena all the way down. Almost took out the referee. How'd the referee stay up? Tyson's going to go for the pin. And in his debut match, Mike Tyson picks up the victory over Grand Metalik. 1-0 in his Monday Night Raw debut. Picks up the win. Let's look at the replay here. Iron Mike Tyson, baddest man on the planet, picking up his win, his debut match, manhandling Adam Cole. Adam Cole, baby, yeah, he's no match for Roman Reigns. So Tyson gets the win in his debut match here. And now we'll see, what does the McMahons have in store for Tyson going forward as he took down Grand Metalik. Yeah, right. That's exactly. Yeah, I heard. That's right. They say LaSalle's 24. That's exactly right. The most interesting random first match that can be signed for Mike Tyson in his pro wrestling career, going Hell in a Cell against Grand Metalik. John Cena with the win over Bray Wyatt. We got a triple threat match that Brock Lesnar is going to win over Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman. They got the ring reinforced for that one. Seth Rollins going to pick up a win over Drew McIntyre. He must have taken out Baron Corbin. And John Cena, one night after winning Money in the Bank, will cash in, and he loses. Seth Rollins will retain the Universal Championship as John Cena cashed in the very next night and lost it. Wow. Very interesting. All right. So we'll move forward. We'll check in with these other shows. Let's see what they're up to. We're not going to do this every single time, but it's always fun to see what they're up to. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I should just hit simulate. Well, we're in it now. That's alright. We'll still be able to simulate. SmackDown Live. That's a good question. You have to ask John Cena. He did that in real life too. Remember, he won. I mean, technically it was a disqualification, but he won Money in the Bank, and then he cashed in at Raw 1000 and didn't get the championship because of the interference by the Big Show. Maybe Mike Tyson should show up on SmackDown as well, just to cut a promo, even though we're a Raw superstar, since we're in it. Oh, well, we already started the show, so we can't do that. Maybe next time. Kabuki Warriors pick up the win. Ember Moon, the Money in the Bank winner, with the win over Mickie James. Jinder Mahal defeating Shelton Benjamin. Mustafa Ali, with the win over Chad Gable. The New Day defeating the Big Team. Charlotte Flair taking down Liv Morgan. Mixed tag team action here as Balor and Bayley defeat Sonya and Andrade. The Bar going to get defeated by Daniel Bryan and Roman, and Apollo Crews and Nakamura continuing their feud over the Intercontinental Championship. Adam Cole, Roman Reigns, and Tommaso Ciampa left. That's a good group. And some hard hitters. They can definitely go the distance. Those three for sure. So we'll check in on NXT. Tyler Bate, Dakota Kai. Speaking of Adam Cole, teaming up with Shayna Baszler. Cole with the win. Io Shirai defeating Mia Yim. Velveteen Dream and Pete Dunne in a promo battle. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano continuing their rivalry. And Angelo Dawkins with the main event win over Bobby Fish. No Fortnite. Never played that game in my life. I mainly just do a lot of the sports gaming. 205 Live. Mark Andrews and Cole Quinn. It's a main event anywhere in the country. Cole Quinn with the victory. Drew Gulak defeating Tony Nese. Justin Gabriel taking down Rey Mysterio. And in the main event, Rob Van Dam defeating Ricochet. Let's add a few more matches of 205 Live, because that's a hefty roster, and they got to have more than just 4 matches, even though we're not part of 205 Live. But we can always switch if Tyson, we ever decide he gets hurt, or if we want to switch to somebody else, we can certainly switch to somebody else. So let's see here. We are certainly not locked into Mike Tyson. By far are we from Backlash? We're 2 Raws away from Backlash. Let's see if we got booked here on Raw. Joe and Lesnar, Banks and Natalya. They've been in a rivalry seemingly forever. Nikki and Alexa against Iconic. Then we're doing the singles match here. But Grand Metalik got backup. Tyson's first feud, the Lucha House Party. You think would that ever happen in real life? But this is Universe Mode, man. We're just pushing our way through it. Salisbury. It's like a steak. Salisbury, Maryland. All right, so here we go. Bobby Lashley with the win over Robert Roode. Brock Lesnar over Samoa Joe. Second match on Raw. Now your show's stacked, and that's your second match. Natalya defeating Sasha Banks. Cross and Alexa. I think that's probably the 5th time they've beaten them. Ricochet taking down Mojo Rawley. And here we go. Here's our fighter. We got Mike Tyson going up against Grand Metalik. Taking Tyson through. Adam Cole just kicked out of 2 spears from Roman Reigns. I mean, Adam Cole definitely... It takes a lot to put that man down. Like, you're not going to take down Adam Cole with one hit. He's got a lot of resilience built up. For those of you just joining in, say hey in the stream. Don't be a stranger. We're just chatting away. Cameron's playing some games. LeBron James playing some games. And we're taking Mike Tyson through a WWE career in Universe Mode. Whatever they book for us, that's what we're doing. And they've booked us once again here against Grand Metalik. First time was the Hell in a Cell. Now we're going one-on-one with Lucha House Party at ringside as Backlash is right around the corner. Metalik sends Tyson into the buckle, hammering away. And the double stomp. Putting the knees right, or the feet right into the chest of Tyson. And he's going to go. Is this the first time that Tyson has gotten pinned? The first cover in Mike Tyson's career, and he kicks out after 2. Tyson now going with those jabs. Knocking the luchador off of his feet. Irish whip into the buckle. And down goes Metalik. What's Tyson got here? Drags Metalik to the center of the ring. WWE 2K20 doing 2K20 things. I don't know. Trying to lock in the submissions, not doing it. Boy, oh boy. Okay, well, never mind then. Tyson will just stomp away. Maybe Tyson's a little green. He doesn't quite know. Referee comes off of his feet. Now just doing all kinds of damage. Tyson's going to go up top. The big splash onto Grand Metalik. Oh, but Grand Metalik popping right up to his feet. Oh, I would think so. Adam Cole, if he comes out of that Superman punch, you either didn't hit it with all you had, or Adam Cole's doing some extreme training we don't know about. That should be an easy 1, 2, 3. Tyson sending Metalik into the buckle. And a forearm right into the throat. Running Bulldog. Going to cover Metalik. 1. Oh, and a kick out after 1. All right, Cameron, congratulations to Roman Reigns, the new WWE champion. The code red. Metalik just hit on Tyson. Metalik getting a lot more offense in here in week 2 than he did in the Hell in a Cell. Sling Blade taking Tyson down. Maybe that's what Metalik needed, was his partners at ringside. Oh, a standing flux capacitor cover, and Tyson doesn't even go down for the count of 1. He is right back up to his feet. And now Tyson's mad. Now he's hammering away. Yeah, go for it. Cameron's going to have Roman Reigns become a dual champion, Universal and SmackDown champion. Maybe that's what Tyson can do. Maybe Tyson's going to go to all the shows and pick up all the championships. As Mike Tyson with the knockout punch. Down goes Metalik, the cover. And for the second week in a row, Mike Tyson takes down Grand Metalik to remain undefeated in his WWE career. We'll take a look at the replay as Metalik did a lot more damage, and that was the first pin attempt of Grand Metalik, of Mike Tyson, I should say, in his pro wrestling career. But he kicked out of it. How about this? The standing one-man, Frankie Kazarian called X action right there. Tyson is a legend, man. Like I said, you'll be able to see if, for those of you that joined us late, I'm going to begin uploading all the video on demands onto the YouTube channel, which you can subscribe also. Random selection. So Tyson getting the win. And we'll move forward here on Raw. John Cena with the win over Baron Corbin. Becky Lynch. Ronda Rousey's dropped back-to-back. She lost to Lacey. And we got one more before the pay-per-view. We got NXT TakeOver. Maybe Tyson. Should Tyson make an appearance at in the UK at NXT? Why not? We got to make our presence known. Let's do that. Let's keep playing while we're all chatting together here on Twitch. So we got Pete Dunne and Velveteen Dream for the North American Championship. Keith Lee and Shane Thorne. Bliss and Cross. Bliss and Cross are on every single show. And then the main event, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish taking on the Street Profits for the NXT Tag Team Championships. But before the main event gets underway, oh, you can't even... I thought you could just jump from show to show. I can't even pick Tyson to even come out here, so never mind. So we'll just see what happened here at TakeOver. Street Profits Championship, Keith Lee taking down Shane Thorne. And Velveteen Dream retaining the North American Championship. Baron Corbin, Tommaso Ciampa, Tony Stark. What? Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Okay. Tony Stark get the win. Final show before Backlash. Ricochet versus The Miz, Becky Lynch, and Alicia Fox. Cross and Bliss taking on the Iconics for the 300th time. McIntyre. So we'll definitely play through Backlash, then maybe a little further after that, and then we'll call it a day for stream number 1. But we'll be back. We'll be doing more football, baseball, hockey. We'll do more Universe. Ricochet. They've been in rivalry in real life. Oh, you're from the UK, Cameron? Okay. Very cool. Man, so you're joining us from far away. I'm streaming from good old Florida in the US. Becky Lynch. That feud's got to be over at this time. I mean, my God. Nikki. My name is Kyle Alexander? Kai Alexander? Kai Alexander. What's going on, Kai? Welcome. Welcome in. Don't forget to follow, subscribe. If you want to chat with us on Twitter, it's going to be the best place where you can get a hold of me anytime. But subscribe here on Twitch for many more videos. We'll be putting all the VODs on YouTube. And we're doing the Mike Tyson career here in Universe Mode. So as Cross and Bliss pick up the 100th win over Billy and Peyton. Speaking of 100th win, we got Mike Tyson and Grand Metalik about to do battle for the 3rd time here on Monday Night Raw as we are heading into Backlash after this, which will be Mike Tyson's, hopefully. I don't know if we're booked on the show. If not, we're going to come out here and make our voices known. No, I don't play on PC. In fact, I have a laptop that barely functions as it is, so I'm streaming right off of the PS4. If I ever get somewhat famous enough on Twitch where people make donations here or there, I'll probably get a good PC one day and maybe do some PC stuff. But for now, I'm struggling buying on my laptop, so it does not function too well. I thought I skipped the entrances. We're skipping past because we don't want any kind of copyright issues. So, because I've heard that happens. And I don't want to go into 100 different wrestlers and turn all the entrance videos off, so we're just going to skip entrances. And Tyson flying in with the elbow. How about that? What about you, Alexander? Do you play on a PC? Is that your primary playing system? I was on Xbox for a number of years. I played on Xbox and 360, and my roommate had an Xbox One. I didn't like it at all, and so I switched back to PS4 and been on PS4 ever since. Hurricane Rana, and now a Sling Blade with Metalik taking Tyson off his feet. Metalik desperate to get the win over Tyson, doesn't want to drop another one as Tyson again kicks out before even the count of one. Oh, boot to the midsection. And Metalik coming in a lot more offense this week onto Tyson. You're on PS4 as well, Cameron? That's cool. You like PS4, right? Eventually PS5. We got to get that one day, but there's really no big PS5 exclusive games yet, which is why I've kind of just been sticking with the PS4 for so long, because for me, the sports games, I know the new Madden's coming out soon in August. Haven't even announced a release date for WWE 2K22. So somewhere down the line, eventually I'm going to get a PS5, but for now, there's not really that big exclusive PS5 game that we want to get. I mean, instead, if 2K22 ends up being a big hit, maybe around Christmas time or so. I don't want to get 2K22 right away, because I'm going to, we're going to give it a couple of months to let some other folks play it and let us know if the 2 years they really did some good stuff with it or not. And same thing with Madden. Madden's always a toss-up where you make of it what you will. And that's why I say Christmas time or December time if those games end up being pretty good. Maybe we'll be doing some PS5 streaming here. Tyson misses the clothesline and goes chest first into the buckle. And now Grand Metalik taking the baddest man on the planet down. He's going to go for the cover once again. And only a 1 count this time. Tyson's never been held down for more than a 1 count. Yeah, I've heard that too. The AEW game, that'll be pretty cool when that one finally comes out. They've been putting a lot of work into that. I follow Smack Talks on YouTube, and he does some really cool coverage where he's been kind of talking about all the different things they've done with the game, or he goes through all the different sports games, or wrestling games, I should say. But it's looking pretty cool. The footage they just released a couple months ago at Darby Allin looks really, really cool. So that'll be a cool game, especially the big selling point they've been talking about is the No Mercy engine. So if they can find a way to get modern day gaming but with that engine, I mean, that'd be awesome. Well, Metalik so far, this is the best he's done against Mike Tyson as he rolls through and slams Tyson to the mat. And now posing for the fans. You got to stay on. You got the baddest man on the planet down. You got to stay on him. And that's exactly what happens as Tyson, nope, again, ducks down, and Tyson snap suplex. Picks the luchador up. Knockout punch. Tyson into the cover. And a quick 3 count. The best showing so far in 3 matches from Grand Metalik, but Mike Tyson, once again, it's 1 knockout punch. The legend still has it. Has yet to be put down for a 2 count just yet, is Tyson. That was it. The knockout blow. He's going to hit him with the DX. There it is. What do you think? We're going to see Shawn Michaels or Triple H down the line? We can always fool with the rosters as we move on. We'll definitely, it's our universe. We're going with the game's booking for sure. But we can jump in and do some stuff, right? We don't gotta play by the rules. In fact, it might be time for Tyson to cut another promo. especially if we're not booked on this pay-per-view, tell Vince and some better competition. We're ready to win a championship. Revival with the win in Hell in a Cell. Ronda Rousey breaks out of her losing streak with the win over Natalya. Cena defeating Baron Corbin. Brock Lesnar over Samoa Joe. And Seth Rollins avenging last week's defeat to Drew McIntyre. Alright, we got Backlash next. We'll finish out this. We'll play Backlash. We will finish out this month. And we'll call it a day here on this first stream for WWE. Like I said, we'll do more of this. We're going to have a full-blown universe mode at one point. I want to do something with the a WCW, ECW alliance idea. Kind of bringing a mix of those guys and some newer guys. And giving the alliance the run they never had. If they had won Survivor Series, that'd be kind of fun. I did something similar to that years ago on YouTube. You can probably find the old videos, like way back. That was, gosh, 10, 15 years ago, those videos. But let's see. Did we get booked on the pay-per-view card? Cena and Corbin, Elias and Buddy Murphy, Shelton and Jinder, The Revival, Hawkins and Ryder, Gallows and Anderson, The Usos, Apollo Crews and Nakamura, Kane and Andrade, Orton and Roman, Samoa Joe, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. We are not booked on the card, but we're the baddest man on the planet, so we got to make our presence known. We're going to kick the show off, letting know that we're mad, that we want, and you know what? We want a championship because we're undefeated, right? So let's call out. We're going to go for the Hardcore Championship. We're going to call out Braun Strowman. Right? Just select rival. It's not letting me pick. Call out. You picked two people? Oh, I got to pick. Okay. Okay. I'm following here. Call out. I gotta pick Tyson first, because I'm not just controlling. I'm not just controlling Tyson. I'm controlling the whole universe. But so we're gonna call out the Hardcore Champion, and then do we get involved at the end of the show? Why don't we get? We should get Paul Heyman to be our manager. So we want to get. Isn't there a way to book a run-in? How do you do that here? We'll just worry about the Hardcore Championship for right now. And then we'll worry about getting involved in other matches. So we're calling out Braun Strowman because we want our first championship. We want to be the Hardcore Champion and eventually work our way up. Mike Tyson's hardcore, right? And Mike Tyson doesn't need any weapons. His hands are the weapons. So we are not booked on this pay-per-view here in LA. But we're going to make our presence known because we go wherever we want to, whenever we want to, because we are Mike Tyson. So let's call out Strowman and let's see if he'll answer us. Because we want that belt. We want to be Hardcore Champion, and maybe we can even be Hardcore Champion without even having to use weapons, just using our fists. That's all we need, man. That is all we need. So before the pay-per-view even gets started, Mike Tyson comes out. Let's see here. Oh, cheering. I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to get started. Oh, so Strowman must have been talking a little bit about Tyson. Uh-oh. There's the official call out. Is he coming? Here he comes. Here comes the hardcore champion. I assume he's, you know what? I didn't even check. I just assume he's still the hardcore champion. He could have lost the belt at some point. Here he comes. Promo. They want a real superstar like me. Like Braun Strowman. I hate to break interrupting me. You called him out, man. Tyson called him out. It's a well-known fact around here. It takes a hell of a lot to upset me. You're not even scratching the surface, so whatever you want to get off your chest, it won't faze me one bit. Look how the mic changes from the old one to the new one. Whole time while you were talking about something or other, all I can think about is, man, all I want to do is punch this guy in the face. Yeah, that's perfect for Tyson. Ankle biter. Okay. You're not at my level. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that because we want the title shot. Eat with one punch from the big man. Tyson's back up and he hits that rolling back elbow, knocking Strowman down, and now stomping away. There's some cheers out there. Is Tyson a good guy or a bad guy? We're kind of playing it off like we're a bad guy just because we've had to make our presence known by interrupting shows. And Tyson really taking it to Strowman now. And staggering Tyson. Tyson into the buckle. Strowman. Shoulders. Where's security? This pay-per-view hasn't even started yet. There we go. Now the referee comes in. Is that one referee going to be able to separate Mike Tyson and Braun Strowman? Yeah, I don't believe it. But they end up stopping, so it works. About it, right? They send one guy down. They send one guy to get in between Strowman and Tyson. That would never work. So, Cena taking down Baron Corbin. Elias defeats Buddy Murphy. Me and Tommaso Ciampa left and he just low-blowed me. Oh, Ciampa. Can't do that, man. Shelton Benjamin with the win over Jinder Mahal. Dash and Dawson pick up the win. Gallows and Anderson. We got an Intercontinental Championship with the victory. Brock Lesnar defeating Samoa Joe. Oh, tapped out, man. Well, you have to come back harder than that. I mean, after a low blow, what the heck, right? Of course you're going to tap out. Drew McIntyre defeats Seth Rollins to win the Universal Championship. So we crown a new top champion on Raw, which is where we are, as we're going for the Hardcore Championship. Alright, so let's see here. We'll do 2 more shows, and then we'll call it a day here on this first stream. But again, anytime you guys want to stop by, Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitter, follow on Twitch. You can ask questions anytime on Twitter. And, yeah, we'll keep this rolling here. Becky Lynch, the same battle, Natalya and Ronda, Tyson and Grand Metalik. Oh my god, so we gotta do this match again. Are we gonna get a piece of Strowman at all? Is he even wrestling? Maybe Strowman will come in and interfere. So we'll go ahead and do the show. Yeah, it's just the same tburk27 pretty much for everything. Same thing on YouTube. It's tburk27. And that YouTube page, I just worked on it today. So It's only got the, I think, one baseball video up so far, but we're going to be working on getting the rest of the VOD up there. But yeah, the links for everything for YouTube and Twitter and everything are right on the Twitch page, so just click on it, go right to it. And I just got the notification, Cameron Gaming 1 now following on Twitter, so thank you very much. You can check out everything that we've been posting down there. Checking out the Twitter. Look at that. Sunderland 9-0. What a win. And soccer, that's quite the defeat for a soccer game. But all the updates will be on Twitter. And again, pass along to friends, to anyone that likes wrestling, likes sports, and wants to join in. Let them know. Join in, because we'll chat with you. We'll grow a big old community here. And we'll be a part of it and get everyone on board. Becky Lynch, Lacey Evans. Cross and Bliss, they win again. My goodness, that rivalry. Natalya. So here we go. Here's our match. Going up against Grand Metalik once again. This is the last time we're fooling with him. After this, in fact, Tyson, we might even have to just show the McMahons, wherever booking this show, that we're done with this guy. How about we really rough him up? I mean, originally I thought maybe go get a chair, but we don't want that to be our first loss. A disqualification would be terrible. So, and thank you for the YouTube subscription. Like I said, you'll see this stream. You can watch it anytime on demand. I'll upload it right after this, and it'll be on the YouTube, and you can tune into it anytime, as well as the other on-demand. So I'm going to get all the football ones on there. I think the hockey one probably won't make it because there was some music that was in the background that YouTube didn't like, so that one probably won't make it over. But in-game arena music, how that goes. It's Roman. Okay, when I see Roman Reigns, I'll know that's Cameron Grimes. Well, thank you for following in, man. Appreciate you coming by. Like I said, I hope there's other, not just wrestling, but if you're into other sports. I saw some soccer on there. I don't have any soccer, unfortunately, but we'll do plenty of football, baseball, hockey. I even had this fun idea for doing like you know how they're doing the big three? Ice Cube's got the big three going on. I have an idea of something like that, but with Tony Hawk, the new Tony Hawk game that came out, making teams of 3 and kind of doing like a season kind of game with that. So there'll be some of that coming your way. So tune in for it all, man. So we're really going to try to rough up Grand Metalik in this one. And Grand Metalik is actually going to bust open Tyson. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see it too well because, everyone, I would assume that's tuned into the stream, knows that the blood mechanics in 2K20 do not work too well. So you just have to use your imagination as here comes Tyson. Knock at the big man. Just kind of spamming the punches, but that's Tyson, right? That's what he does. Tommaso Ciampa, yeah, you got to get that title away from Ciampa. He's out there hitting low blows and everything. You want to be a double champ. You got to knock him down to size. Roman, take him out. The cover. Oh! And Tyson nearly got caught. Wow. we almost messed up on that one, as that was the first 2 count. As, we're going with Grand Metalik, but also, we called out Braun Strowman at the pay-per-view about the slap and big clothesline. Boom, another big punch by Tyson. Let me try to get a submission win this time, huh? Really end this rivalry to say that, really make Grand Metalik. Seth is the new SmackDown Universal Champion. Wow. So what happened? Roman just fell apart. He went from being double champion, now Seth, and here on this game, Seth lost it to Drew McIntyre, so wild happenings all around. Grand Metalik coming back with the sling blade, taking Tyson down. And Tyson with the rolling back elbow, knocking down the masked luchador. And lock in the sharpshooter. And not going to be enough as Grand Metalik rolls through and boots Tyson back. Oh, punch to the gut. One-on-one match against Tony Stark. Take down Mr. Iron Man. Armbar again locked in by Tyson. Tyson's going to let go of it himself. Oh! That was a punch or a forearm. Another punch. What's going on? Tyson's been... He always has to catch his breath. Scoop slam. 1/3 of Lucha House Party. Tyson really doing some damage now. Oh. He's softening up the skull because he knows, a little bit, he's going to go for that knockout blow. And Tommaso Ciampa, man, he's going to run in on Roman. He has a death wish ahead of him. Going to be doing that stuff. Metalik firing back on Tyson. Irish whip. And... Oh, Metalik hangs on. Tyson. Well, there we go. That's what Tyson was going for. Knocking down Grand Metalik right in front of his... And Tyson knocks him out. Is Tyson going to go for the knockout victory? Metalik staggering to his feet. Tyson staring down Kalisto. Referees count up to 7. Metalik barely getting back into it. He's got 2 seconds to get back in the ring, or else Tyson's going to pick up yet another win. He gets back in. Tyson with the DDT. And now he's got Grand Metalik right. And now really just driving away. But here comes Metalik. He's got Tyson. He's going to run the ropes. Takes down Tyson. Tyson had a chance to put him down. He was trying to do some extra damage to show the McMahons that he was done with this rivalry. Goes up and over. Metalik to the midsection. Sunset flip. The cover. And one more for good measure. 2 big punches taking down Grand Metalik. And Tyson picks up the win once again, remaining undefeated here in his WWE career. What a battle that ended up being, huh? That ended up going back and forth, more 50-50 than we thought it was going to be. We were looking for this to just kind of be domination to end this rivalry once and for all. That one almost got us, but Tyson quickly, before the referee even got down, kicked out. And then, of course, one punch, and then the second punch. The beginning, you can check out the on-demand here on Twitch for another 2 weeks or so. And then we'll be putting all the archives up at YouTube. Again, all the links are right on the homepage, the Twitch homepage for YouTube and Twitter and all that fun stuff. Well, that triple threat. Cena, Mojo Rawley, and Bray Wyatt. Those guys are all on 205 Live and they're on Raw. Okay, so we will have one show left. We are on the road to Extreme Rules. Maybe that's when we get that match against Strowman for the Hardcore Championship after we called him out at Backlash. Triple threat tornado tag. Look at that match. Wow. We are not even on this card here for Raw. So, you know what that means? We're going to have to call out Braun Strowman again. Since we're not on the show, we'll do it right here. Tony kicked out at 2.5. Woo! Monday Night Raw, once again, undefeated Mike Tyson. I'm winning this. Yeah, you are. Keep on going. The Usos won that tornado tag. Finally, the rivalry continues, but finally one-on-one after the Iconics and Bliss and Cross had hundreds of matches together. Now, here we go. I'm going to call out Braun Strowman. Once again, just like we did at the pay-per-view, got into a fight. We're going to call him out again. Follow us here on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Alright, Tyson's already in the ring here. Let's see what he's got to say. Something big's about to go down. Okay, I like that. Something big. Slap him in the face. He wants to punch him in the face. Braun Strowman is a plague on WWE. Disease is slowly killing this company. How about that, man? Tyson hitting deep. And here comes Strowman, the hardcore champion. He's making Tyson wait for it, too. It's over? Did you get the win, Cameron? Very good. Good job, man. Good job, fella. Before you say another word, I just want you to understand one thing. Nothing that you have to say matters at all. You're just another BS superstar who thinks he's a tough guy. My oh my. Tyson cutting deep. I don't care about you. I don't care about your problems. I don't care where you came from or what you have to say. And Tyson came from the boxing world here. And it's like, you know, boxer versus wrestler. Last time Strowman went up against a boxer, he lost. He got beat by Tyson Fury. It's funny, try hard. Are you for real or are you a joke? I like that. You kidding right now? Really, I need to know. Is this all a big joke? We're gonna fight tonight. Seems accept. Okay. Let's fight at the pay-per-view event, right? We can get our we can get our hardcore championship match at the pay-per-view. I don't want to be embarrassed fighting Tyson. I don't want to be embarrassed going up against Tyson. Tyson and Strowman. You won and attacked him after. Wow. Okay. Cameron's going in with Rey Mysterio over Ricochet, Corbin and Cena. And Seth Rollins with the win over Drew McIntyre, the new Universal Champion. So it's probably going to be Seth and Drew going at it once again at Extreme Rules. And we didn't get one more match, but let's see if we're even booked on the next card. Because we would have Just 2 Raws to go, so we'll even see. Maybe they don't. Maybe they want to pull back. They booked Tyson for all those weeks against Grand Metalik. Let's see here. Another Tornado 6-man tag. Not booked on the show again, so we'll take this wheelie. Kalisto, Nia Jax, interesting team. Oh, what happened there? Jimmy Uso replacing Seth Rollins in a loss to Drew McIntyre. Okay, so this will be the final show, and this will probably be it to wrap it up for this first stream as we're closing in here on 2 hours. I said the last thing, if there's a match, we'll do it. If not, we'll do the final promo calling out Strowman, hoping we get that Hardcore Championship match at Extreme Rules. We got Grand Metalik again. We're not fooling with Grand Metalik. We've taken him on so many times in that rivalry. We want no part of that, so we're deleting that. That one's gone, and instead we're gonna. Is it the same person? It would be the same person. The final Raw before Extreme Rules, and the final Raw of the Twitch stream. And next time we broadcast this, we'll be heading into Extreme Rules. As I would imagine, we'll be fighting for the Hardcore Championship. If not, I mean, at this point, the way we've been calling out Strowman, we're just gonna go ahead and give us that title shot at the pay-per-view. What the heck? So a triple threat there that Cena picks up the win. Cross and Bliss win again. Absolutely one-sided feud. And here we go. Calling out the big man one more time. This will be the 3rd time we've gone toe-to-toe on the mic. Mike Tyson, yet to be defeated here. Undefeated as a member of the Raw roster. What's going on, Cameron? It's like WCW 2000 over there. There's new champions being crowned left and right. Like every week there's a new champion, man. All right, Tyson on the mic. See what he's got to say. And keep this real simple. Get your... Woo! Tyson with the language, man. Here he comes once again. Strowman's with... This is... You calling me out again? Why are you calling me out so much? Well, I'm a... I can sit here and read all these. You can pause it, of course, on the on-demand and read all that. I'm scared because you know I'm taking that championship. That's right. What you got to say about that, Strowman? I don't like being interrupted by other superstars. I wanted to talk and whine and be a baby. That's what you sounded like before I came out here. Something tells me that if I step up to you, that brass will turn to tin pretty fast. You want to put my theory to the test? Let's see what you got. Are they going to go at it again? Are they going to throw fisticuffs like at Backlash? WWE Universe acknowledges me as champion. Who are you? You're still nobody. This is Mike Tyson. Mr. Money in the Bank doesn't get you anything unless you win. Tyson's not Money in the Bank. It was won by John Cena, and then he blew it the very next night. I think we need to take this to the next level. Pretty funny that you think this is the way to go about getting him back to me. He's talking about his set. That's the second time. I'm most inclined to give you what you want. But for me, I'm always about what's best for the WWE Universe and giving them an... Oh, okay, just went right past. Some people need to be told their place in this business over and over. They don't get... Alright. If I were you, I'd be terrified of me. I like that. Cameron, another title change. What's going on over there, man? When I'm finished with you, your legacy will be erased. How about that? And Tyson. That time they gave us the win. Alright. So we're going to see where our booking is on the pay-per-view, and then we're going to call it a day for this first live stream here of a hybrid My Career Universe mode. So Tyson running the table against Grand Metalik. And then Brock Lesnar. No way, Jose. Oh, and turned into Samoa Joe. Oh, sorry, Jose. And then in the main event, Bray Wyatt pins the champ, so McIntyre, man, on the go-home show gets beat by Bray Wyatt. Does that turn into a triple threat at the pay-per-view? Does Drew defend now against Bray and Seth Rollins? Well, let's see. Let's see what we got coming up on the next stream. On the pay-per-view, as we'll be heading to Extreme Rules next. And if we're not on the pay-per-view, we're booking ourselves on it. The way we've called out Strowman for a month straight. Natalya and Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. Tamina and Ember Moon. Ms. Money in the Bank, Ember Moon. Shelton Benjamin and Jinder continuing their rivalry. Kane and Andrade. Apollo Crews and Shinsuke Nakamura. Bliss and Cross. Peyton and Billy getting a tag team title shot, even though they've lost every match in the feud for the last 2 months. Drew and Seth in the rematch for the Universal Championship. Brock and Joe. Kofi and Elias main eventing Extreme Rules. Oh, what a main event for the WWE Championship. Main event. That would sell out Madison Square Garden. So we're not on this card, but we are going to... Who are we going to take out? We are going to eliminate this match here. Oh, I hit delete. Probably wanted to add because I don't want to be the main event. We'll just edit this. Oh, it's already gone. Whoops. Well. Trying to just edit, I guess I accidentally hit delete. Well, that's alright. We'll do it on the next, because if you edit and add a championship match on 2K20, it'll delete the title opportunity out for the next stream. So we'll hold off on that for right now. And we want to thank everybody, Cameron Gaines, that jumped in, following us on Twitter and YouTube and chatting along with us. Good luck to you in your Royal Rumble match, fella. Good luck at getting that double championship. We're going to call it a day for this first stream, but we will be back with you, of course, again and again here on Twitch. So keep following, keep joining. Thanks for stopping by for today.